So, what is up, boys and girls? It's your boy coming at you again with another quick little review, and this one is for Wushu Chronicles 1. Normally, I'd start up the game and play it, but I can't run it anymore on my main PC. And if you're on the Discord, you know the issue that we've all been having with getting it to start because of some hard drive error or something. I reached out to the devs and on Steam and to other people that I know to help me fix it and all that stuff, but yeah, no luck so far. Anyway, in the background, it's just one of my really old videos where the game was still in Chinese. Please keep in mind that now there's an English mod for it. You can find it on Nexus Mods. You know what to do with it. Just slap it, install it, you're good to go, and the game's in English. It's far from perfect, but it makes it playable, and it's a huge step forward considering how long it's been for us to get that going. And yeah, big shout out to Devil's Reject for doing the English mod for us, man. Huge shout out. I have no words to tell you how grateful I am and how grateful everyone else is as well. So big shout out to you, man. Good shit. So as far as the review itself goes, I'm gonna start with the cons and then I'll get into the pros. So as you all know, I've played this game for like over 4 or 5 years now, and I've done a lot of content and guides and all kind of stuff for it. And for me, the biggest con to begin with is the elephant in the room, obviously, which is that the game's only in Chinese. It never got an official English version, but the mod does a very good stuff of like a very good job of helping you get through the game. And as far as like more complicated stuff, you can always shout out to me, and I'll do my best to help you from what I remember and from what I know. But yeah, the second biggest con is it's missing a lot of quality of life stuff. Like for example, when you're managing your sect, you have to physically go there all the time. It's another loading screen to get in, another loading screen to get out. There's no like quick interface to manage it, like while you're in the open world or something, or like if you could go to like Suza or the sect itself and then like give commands through an NPC or something, so you don't have to go through so many loading screens all the time. That'd be pretty good. I think that'd be a huge improvement. The second thing is it doesn't like really give you a timeline or an order of how you should do quests and stuff. As far as like the main storyline and stuff like that, because side quests, who cares? You can do them when you feel like it. Other than that, um, I think it could do a better job of like um, giving you a way to see like all the inners in the game. Like yeah, you can go tier 6 and try it out yourself, but like um, or you could even go to the arena sort of mode thing and try shit out there yourself and all that. But like, if it could be an NPC where you could just go and see everything, like even if it's just in Dream World or something, like if you can just go and like actually see all of them, because that would really help you like plan a build and think about it, and then tell you, okay, this inner comes from this faction or from joining this sect, and whatever and stuff like that. So I think that that'll also make the game a lot better, because it's nice to have your build planned and know what you're gonna do and how you're gonna play and all that shit. Like, yeah, you can wing it, guaranteed. You can wing it and have a great time. Like, it's cool. But yeah, the other negative thing that I often find is like it's just all the loading screens kind of bother me sometimes. Like, it's cool that you're so free to explore and not like Tale of Wuxia or Path of Wuxia where you're like stuck in their hubs all the time, Like, I'm free to explore. If I want to go here, I can go here. If I want to go fight there, I can go fight there. Like, I enjoy that on one side, but at the same time, I hate all the fucking loading screens. Like, it's fucking annoying to a really large degree, for me at least. Um, Past that, uh, I wish there were more factions, but that's just like a minute thing. Like the game comes with free DLCs and shit, and I think that's huge from a game, to give you stuff for free, even though you bought the base thing and the DLCs are included. So for the cons, I think that's about it. Um, as for the pros, I love the build diversity that you can. There's so many sects to join, so many factions to join, and that gives you a lot of freedom in terms of like what you want to try and do. Whether that's gonna be successful or not is another thing, but like you have the freedom to choose and to do shit, right? So that's a huge plus for me. So the variety. Number two, I enjoy the graphics, unironically. Like for me, that's not a con. That it's a bit cartoony and whatnot and shit like that. It brings back the old school vibe of Age of Wushu, Age of Woolen, whatever era you played in and shit like that. So that's a big thing for me because I enjoyed that little bit retro style graphics. Um, Another big plus is the crafting system. I think it's not overly complicated. It's not overly simple. I just wish that there were easier ways to get cooking mats and herb stuff, like than just doing the mini games. I wish that there was like actual NPCs you could fight that didn't just give you one or two or three, that would give you like 10 per fight or something. Because they do have NPCs that you can fight for them, but it's like, mm, you know, it's like a lot of farming to like prep for like Dream World slapping and all that stuff. So yeah, I think they did it right with like the wine crafting. Like for example, if you could go to an NPC and spend like a month and give them like 50 gold or something, or 100 gold or 150, whatever, because money is irrelevant once you unlock Penglai Island and you can just farm it there. Where you could just do that, like in one place, so you wouldn't have to grow herbs in the starting village, then go do hunting, then go do some other type of shit like getting plants as well, and then you have to get the seasonings and you can only get those from certain places, and it's just like it's a bunch of like fuckery for like what, bro? Like making some beggar's chicken, like fuck that. So that's kind of like my take on the whole crafting system, but overall it's good. Like it's cool because you have what to do and what to choose from. Granted, like once you've crafted your like gear in a few variations, like one with crit damage, one with HP, and one with like crit chance if you need crit chance for some weird fucking reason. Yeah, you got it there, and it's easy. Um, a plus and a minus for me at the same time. It's like a pro and a con. Is that shops don't refresh their inventory. Like it's a good thing because then I have to think that these are the limited resources that I can work with up until point X. But at the same time, it goes back into the whole farming thing, like brainlessly farming. I don't want to brainlessly farm for like just Dream World because like the base game and the DLCs you can kind of clear with just what's in all the shops. Like you don't really need to go the extra mile, but for Dream World you do. So that's like my take on the shops. I wish that some of them at least would refresh, so you could like be like, okay, once a year I can go and buy more chicken, more turkey, more whatever. Get that Thanksgiving vibe in motherfuckers. Um, Outfits, pretty cool. Cool, decent, reminiscent of Age of Wushu, so very nostalgic, pretty cool. Enjoy it. Nothing bad to say about it. I dig the outfits. Um, the only thing I could possibly critique about it is that like on Penglai they only sell the tier two outfits from all the sects. I would also like the tier ones, but I don't think they're ever gonna update the game again, so that's gone down the drain. But yeah, I do like some of the tier ones outfits actually. Like for example, from Ling Shao, the tier one outfit I think looks better than the tier two, but that's just me. Um, Other than that, as a plus, I really enjoyed the complexity of sects where they have two buffs and the Dream World inner and their tier 5 inner and their tier 6 inner that you get from your dad. So it's like it makes builds so much more in depth, and I know I've already touched on build diversity and build depth, but it's just like a really big thing for me. I like a lot of like variety and depth to a build and to a combat system that's turn based, because I want to have as much freedom as I can in how I'm thinking about it, because it's just turn based. I'm not actually doing anything to fight. I'm just like responding to the situation. So yeah, that's again another plus for me. Um, as far as like the actual difficulty of the game, again, it's like what I said about Warm Snow and stuff. You have like the freedom to make it as hard or as easy as you want, but it locks you out of content if you're not playing on tier 4 or above. Like you can't join all the factions, you can't access all the DLC, and I think that's a good thing because it lets people dip their toe in, get used to the game, the mechanics, the sects, learn about them, and then you can take what you've learned and go to a harder difficulty like tier 4. Because in tier 1 to tier 3, it doesn't feel any fucking different to me. Like, it's all the same. Like, I've played them all, it's like whatever. I noticed some difference. But tier 4 to 6, I felt the difference each difficulty upgrade. So yeah, other than that, um, do I wish the game would get more updates? Yeah, but is it gonna? No. So I think that with all that being said, that's like all my feelings towards the game in general. Um, yeah, hopefully they'll make something new of this nature and it'll be good. And yeah, but the only thing I can think of in the same bracket and like the same effect based on Jing Hong's novel is like Wandering Sword, and I'm definitely gonna do a review on that because I'm currently playing it. So yeah, as per usual, that's you know how I generally feel about the game. And after all these years of playing it, it's a bit nostalgic that it's like kind of over, but it ended with an English mod and people being able to play it, and people reaching out to me all the time with questions and whatever. And even though I might not get back to you straight away, I really do appreciate that people are genuinely interested in the game and that it brings joy to them, and that we have finally have an English mod for it. So that's all my takes on this game in a nutshell. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any other comments or you think that I missed something about the features or whatever, please let me know in the comments or shout me on Discord. I'm always happy to chat with you about this shit. So yeah, with all that being said, thank you boys and girls. Check you next time. Peace.